It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken just shy of the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Cox, flushed out right. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Cox now, throwing on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Josh Lambo, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in on it. And
the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it's definitely an or not.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cox. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's Cox to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Cox. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 13, Broncos 7.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Rodgers on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Let's go! Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Complete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 56 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half.
Lambeau to kick off 4.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
That's the end.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Trey Flowers showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. To throw is Cox. To throw on 3rd down. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hansen. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Here's Johnson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Down at the 8-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 2nd and goal, Allen, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 6 yards away, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Sam Sloman for the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 19, Broncos 14.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Rodgers on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Now Cox. Off the bootleg, rolling to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Broncos first down.
From the gun, Allen out to his left. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 33. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On play action, Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Cox. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Cox throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cox eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Cox looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 9, Allen, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On third down, Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Is good.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is up to 8.
Broncos.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Allen hit. He wants the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed two, but this one is good.
Jaguars 36, Broncos 21.
Josh and Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. 56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Brian Burns getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Got his target, Samuel. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
Complete.
Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
To carry on.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Broncos are going to have it first and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that will be incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Off the play fake, Cox. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. That's complete right around the 8. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
Taken down at the
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
56 to Mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Number 29.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
carrier.
The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. On the move to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Up 3rd down and 9.
Cox now on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Here's Cox throwing on 4th down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game at the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Back to throw. Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Allen off the play fake. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Cox. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.